With IPL going on in full swing, T20 World Cup just a few weeks ahead and a series of test matches with Australia ahead in the next few months, there is no better time than now to speak to our special guest who's sitting right across from me, Australian captain Cool, a man who broke 1 billion hearts just a few months ago by lifting the ODI World Cup against India. Pat Cummins, welcome to CNBC TV18.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for the intro.
Pat, so we are meeting in the New Balance store, which is opened in Mumbai. You have been a New Balance ambassador since 2011, I believe, since your first test match. Quite a long association. Tell us about being New Balance's brand ambassador over the past many years.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's almost 14 years now, which is crazy. I look back when I first started wearing New Balances. I was pimply, I was a young kid, but they've been amazing. You know, as a fast bowler, our most important tool is always our shoes. And yeah, New Balance has been fantastic, handcrafting shoes where, I've flown over to Boston and worked with their team, just telling them what I want to see in my bowling boot and really tailoring it to what I need. So they've been incredible support for me over that time. Cricket gear is obviously amazing as well, but they just do everything, bend over backwards to make sure when I step out in the field I'm as in a good place as I can be.
So as a fast bowler, which one has been your favourite pair?
I think they get better and better, so I'm going to say the most recent ones.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, super comfortable. They've got like a midsole strap, so it just means whether I'm bowling over here on kind of softer pitches or back in Australia, my foot doesn't slide.
Okay. So, I was reading up one of your interviews in which you said that back then when you associated with New Balance and how it has stuck with you through your, through the years, over the past many years, through your injuries as well. And back then when you associated, it was kind of a dad brand in Australia to becoming this really cool brand in the country. And one of the reasons why, of course, is, the fact that to rope in, amazing cricketers, amazing sportsmen in a sporting nation like Australia. Now, with their plans getting aggressive in the country, which cricketer would you recommend the shoe to?
Which cricketer would I recommend?
Which Indian cricketer?
Which Indian cricketer? Well, I'm going to say on the Hyderabad theme, I'm going to say Abhishek Sharma because he's young but he's cool. He's got a bit of quiet confidence about him. So I'm going to say Abhi.
Great. And as I mentioned right in the beginning, you're here for the IPL tournament, which is going on in full swing. This is your first time leading a T20 side. You have led, of course, Australia in ODI and Test. What has been your experience leading, the Orange Army over the past few weeks?
Yeah, it's been fun. I think, first of all, T20 cricket, it happens so fast. You've got to make decisions quickly. Sometimes you finish your over and you remember you haven't chosen who's going to bowl next over. You've got to quickly think about it. So that's been one aspect. I think working with a lot of the Indian players I didn't really know super well before coming over has been great as well. Learning about what motivates them, what makes them tick, and just seeing the kind of raw talent of a lot of these guys has been awesome. So a little bit of a different experience, but most of it's the same. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and nature of IPL is such that you get to, play with and work with people from different countries, cricketers from different countries, from different cultures. What is that like? And what is the learning from that experience, Pat?
Oh, it's great. In our team, we've got a couple of South Africans. We've got Glenn Phillips from New Zealand. Even a couple of the coaches have played all around the world. So it's good. I think you realise that people from different cultures might even speak different languages, but kind of when it comes to cricket, everyone's pretty similar. Yeah. And it's kind of the one thing everyone bonds over. But, even some of the overseas players who we've played, for Australia against, sharing some of the stories of the great matches we've played over the years is always a bit of fun as well.
So do you foresee SRH going ahead and winning the IPL this time round?
Of course. That's why we're here. Absolutely.
Is it a gift to self in the birthday month, which is May?
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. Yeah, we've obviously, SRH have won it once before. So first goal is to get to the top four and then anything can happen in the finals.
So, you have been such an amazing captain. Tell me something. How do you go about choosing your team? Is it the current performance? Is it experience? How do you go about it?
I think it's a mix of both. Of course, we've always got selectors and coaches who have as much, if not more say than I do as captain. But I think you always just want a mix of everything. You know, experienced guys who have done it for a long time, that's obviously hugely valuable, but so is a young guy who's got no fear and who's even a little bit naive and just takes the game on. I think that's always refreshing to see as well. So you kind of map out how you want the style that you want the team to play, and then you pick the 11 guys who's best suited.
Okay, so moving ahead and speaking about the T20 World Cup, which is we are just a few weeks shy of the T20 World Cup. Which teams, according to you, will be the top 4 teams in the T20 World Cup?
Well, definitely Australia, and then you can choose whichever 3 you want.
Which are the other 3?
Don't care. You can pick any of them.
Don't care. Okay. You know, since you are in the country, I have a couple of questions to ask you about India, some lighter ones about India. Favorite stadium in India, which is your favorite stadium in the country, according to you?
Favorite stadium? I'm going to say Lucknow. Yeah, Lucknow.
Lucknow?
Yeah.
Lucknow, why is that?
Don't know, it's a bit bigger than a lot of the other stadiums. Like Bangalore and some of the stadiums are fun, but they're too small. So I'll say Lucknow. Or home, you know, Orange Army in Hyderabad's amazing.
Okay, Orange Army since home stadium in Hyderabad. Which cricketer has been the most toughest to crack during this IPL tournament, for which you had to create the maximum amount of strategy as a team?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the Bangalore game was amazing. Dinesh Karthik, he was hard to bowl to at the end there at Bangalore. So he played a blinder, so I'll say DK.
Okay. Apart from that, you know, which Indian player did you grow up watching that you admire the most as an icon?
I mean, Sachin Tendulkar was always a superstar. Yeah, growing up. I think another one was, you know, Anil Kumble as well. Seeing a tall leg spinner was a bit different. Bit different to what we saw in Australia.
Which Indian batter has given you the nightmares, has troubled you the most?
Trouble the most? I don't know, it feels like almost every batter on their day there's, you know, some of the main guys, they have good days where you don't have answers, but then I've also got them out a few times, so.
Okay. Which Indian cuisine that you have liked? Because you visited the country quite a few times in the last couple of months. So which Indian food, cuisine, meal, dish that you loved the most?
Love the most.
Is it Hyderabadi biryani?
I do love Hyderabadi biryani. I mean, today we're in Mumbai, so I'm going to say pav bhaji.
Pav bhaji?
Yeah.
Pat Cummins loves
So good.
pav bhaji.
Yeah.
Which Indian phrase have you picked up? Which Hindi phrase have you picked up over the last couple of weeks?
Last couple of weeks. It's probably not a good one, but cello. That's the word I hear a lot.
Cello.
Yeah.
Cello.
Like, let's go.
Aage
Yeah.
chalo.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I have seen, you know, how you play, and your performance over the past couple of years has only improved. What do you tell yourself before like a tough match or a game, Pat? How do you motivate yourself?
I think through experience and playing, you know that you've done it before in the past. So kind of try and look back at the good performances and just know that you've got it in you. So even if you're having a bad trot or it hasn't gone well for you the last few games, there's still a lot of games you can kind of draw on, and that motivates me.
How do you keep your nerves? Is it a strategy? Is it some music, some distraction that you have?
Well, yeah, I've got a 2-year-old, so that normally keeps me pretty busy. Yeah, I don't know. There's always stuff going on outside of cricket. Obviously, even great mates within the team. So it's always pretty lighthearted, never gets too serious. Then once you step on the field, we've played 1,000 games before, so it all feels pretty normal.
So you are such an inspiration, Pat, and India is a country where cricket is a religion. I believe every nook and corner, like, you know, even the place that we are sitting in right now, every nook and corner will have an aspiring cricketer to make it to the top 11 in the country. What is your tip to them? What is your formula? What is the Pat Cummins formula to make it to the team?
Well, I think, you know, what I always say is just, we all started playing cricket because we love it. And, you know, if you love it, you end up training more, you end up playing better, you play with more freedom, you're not uptight. So I always just say, whatever keeps you loving the game of cricket and keeps you playing for those right reasons, I think is going to give you the best chance as well.
Whatever keeps you loving the game of cricket. What a nice thought. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much. Thanks.